What's shaking, people? Back with another reaction, back with another J-drama score. We're going back to a score piece from Crisis, Undercover, is it Undercover or, no, Special. Special Security Squad. I mentioned it before when I talked about this show. It's one of my all-time favorites. It combines political intrigue, sort of neo-noir stylings, also sort of like wicked action scenes. Bottom line, it's a really well done show, and it has sort of, a dark bent, individual episodes, and even the overall arc of the show, which I enjoy when a show doesn't just necessarily turn out all rosy and perfect by the end. So yeah, it's a really well done show, and it's a team of people who are sort of misfits. They've all had sort of, transgressions or failings in the past, but they're put into this sort of elite security squad, which, it's like, okay, so we're expendable. If we do something wrong, they can just deny that, we were working officially or whatever. And they sort of are used to clean up dirty messes for the government or things which would be embarrassing for high, powerful, influential people if they came to light. And even though in some ways they're helping and they're stopping dangerous people, in many cases they find out that the people who might have done some damage have been genuinely wronged by either the powerful people themselves or family members of the powerful people, even people in the police. So as increasingly as the show goes on, the team is kind of conflicted about what they're doing, and it eventually comes to a head, and it's a really, really well done show. So yeah, bottom line, I enjoy it a great deal. I mentioned before when I reacted to Sisirc, just an unbelievable track that the soundtrack I thought was completely done, the soundtrack shown here. I thought it was completely done by Sawano Hiroyuki, and indeed that piece was, and this piece that we're going to listen to, which, as I mentioned before, the tunes that he made for this soundtrack have very funny names. The tune we're going to listen to now is called 9A14S. But yeah, apparently, as I've learned since getting the actual soundtrack, the second half of the soundtrack was done by Kota Yamamoto. So we'll eventually listen to some tunes from the second half of the soundtrack, but this one, like Sisirc, is also done by, as I said, Sawano Hiroyuki. And once more, the tune is called 9A14S. Power strings. Slattery, thunderous percussion. I forgot. It's like me watching these shows and I'm like, "Dude, my goodness. Unbelievable. Again, like in the show, you might see like riot police showing up to deal with like someone who's threatened to blow up a building or something. That, that's kind of the vibe of that tune. But it's crazy because like I was thinking like while I was reacting, I was thinking like, what if you were like playing that music while you were like fixing a light bulb or something? It was something that where it was grossly disproportionate to the intensity and drama of what you were doing. Seemed to be a very amusing possibility. Regardless, more seriously, it is used very epically in the show, and again, the Sawano Hiroyuki's compositions, like, I mean, this is like special stuff, I would argue. Sisirc, as I said, that tune is just unbelievable. And yeah, the progression of this one, and like that other one, this one kind of blended darker and kind of heavier elements, because in that one it's sort of like an opening part and a later part, very different. This one it kind of goes back and forth, but it's like, it's very like sweeping and grand, but then it goes kind of like dirty and like wicked in those interlude sections. So I like the balance of the piece. In any case, as I said, it's a really cool show. I'm going to make Ron, who I believe will be watching this video perhaps, yeah, I'm going to, over time, no rush, but I'm going to have you check out the show despite your disinclination, shall we say, toward action scenes. But yeah, it's a really cool tune. Do let me know what you think. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.